Okay, guys, in today's short, we're going to be learning about the difference between supply and demand and support and resistance. So, what is a supply zone? Basically, a supply zone is where a lot of significant power of institutions are selling in the market, right? And you guys can see this by this up move and a down move here. I'm going to mark that out as a supply zone. And you guys can see here that we have a supply zone down here where institutions are also buying in the market, right? So we have our two zones. We all know what supply and demand zones are, right? Shouldn't be too hard. But what makes it a support and resistance? So as you guys can see, when price retraced up to this supply zone, it had another bounce off at the top here. So realistically, this is a supply zone as well. But if price comes up and retraces up here, this whole thing becomes a resistance. As you guys can see, price saw bounce off this bottom here with significant power. This is obviously a demand zone. Price came back down, bounced off it a couple times. This whole zone becomes a support zone. So remember, supply and demand is when you guys can see significant institutional volume kicking in. And support and resistance is where psychologically traders do not push price above or below these prices. So a lot of retests on this zone, support, a lot of retests up here, resistance.